I've been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done, just a sec.
It's really coming down hard.
Mom, phone. Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Starting at number 1, we've got the big one, Resident Evil Requiem. Capcom's next game is not just another sequel here, it's actually aiming to push the formula further than ever. Developers said they're playing with your emotions this time, building bigger swings between terror and, also even calmer moments of relief, making the whole thing just a roller coaster of dread. There is even a brand new system they haven't revealed yet, teased as something that could change how horror feels entirely. Anyway, all that, a new monster already giving folks chills, and a February 27 release date locked. This one feels like Resident Evil at its boldest.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time. Stay close.
Brother! Help me here! You ain't even trying! It's all me! Look at that belly of yours! Where's the mountain? Hey! You're falling flat, losing again! Drop that coswallop. Master will take us back, as long as we keep that mountain in her heart.
Keeping the momentum, we have something absolutely massive. Chinese developers. In fact, Game Science has officially pulled back the curtain on Black Myth, Junkoi, and the debut trailer has already shattered records over 10 million views in about 24 hours on Bilibili. And that's not just hype, that's history in the making. This also marks the birth of the Black Myth universe, expanding beyond the already anticipated Black Myth Wukong. The game is inspired by a vivid dream from the studio's art director, and that's all we know. It's coming to PC and consoles possibly around holidays.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
Rockstar isn't being shy about Grand Theft Auto 6. They're calling it the largest game launch in history. That's a bold statement, but honestly, who's even arguing? The hype's been building over a decade, and with Grand Theft Auto 5 still topping charts, expectations for this successor are like astronomical right now. The game's right now slated for May 26, 2026, taking us back to Vice City with dual protagonists in a massive world that's still mostly under wraps. Rockstar is even hiring engineers to make sure the online platform can handle millions logging in day one. Either way, whether in sales, players, or pure cultural impact, Grand Theft Auto 6's launch is going to be unmatched.
Hey.
Hands above your head, now!
You, stay. The new beginnings.
You make the news, isn't it?
The continent of Pywell. A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace and those who seek to shatter it. Here begins the saga of the Grey Males.
Crimson Desert has been in the works for years, and after a few delays, is finally lined up for early 2026, built on Pearl Abyss's Black Space engine. This open-world action RPG blends a gritty medieval fantasy with cinematic storytelling. You play as Cliff McDuff, a mercenary caught in power struggle after the king of the Minas falls into a coma. You're going to be fighting these massive bosses on a dynamic melee combat and choices that shape the game's world itself. Horseback battles, exploration, alchemy, and mercenary allies with unique backstories. This game's looking like a brutally ambitious single-player epic. Check it out, here's even a new trailer.
For those who have died. For those who have survived.
No sign of 009.
We need to inform M.
No time. I'm going after him. Make him call off the attack.
Are you out of your mind?
I'll be careful. He'd bin the phone.
Go to the security room, first floor.
And you are?
Rob Minkley.
He's with me.
Kicking off number 5, in case you haven't seen the trailer yet, 007 First Light is locked in and it's shaping up to be wild. IO Interactive just rolled out a 30-minute gameplay dive during Sony's State of Play, showing off a young, raw James Bond developing into the legend. It's a Norwegian story. You play 26-year-old Bond recruited into MI6 after a heroic act. Mentored by Lenny James's Greenway, facing rogue agents, infiltrating opulent Gallus, and making tough calls. This game is marked for March 27 next year across PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and PC, and even Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-orders are live now with Deluxe, Specialist, and Legacy editions offering more gadgets.
Any sage advice?
Play nice.
Always.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract.
Where's Vietnam dry room?
The devil's out!
The latest state of Unreal was, CD Projekt Red showing off a new tech demo for The Witcher 4. It was running on a standard PlayStation 5 with ray tracing, some flaunting next-gen graphics, especially with the Unreal Engine 5.6 nanite foliage pumping some insane detail into every blade of grass. You jump in with Ciri, ride on a horse going through a world that feels alive more than ever, with town folks reacting to Ciri's moves, dropping apples and shit, and we even got a new cinematic. All that but no release date yet. Only a vague 2027 plan. You probably know this, but this time The Witcher 4 kicks off a new trilogy alongside a full remake and a multiplayer game called Sirius.
There you are. All better.
You patched me up?
I am DI-03367. They are pragmatic courteous.
Hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something?
Capcom just confirmed Pragmata is finally dropping on PlayStation 5 in 2026, no jokes this time. After years of radio silence and delays, the latest State of Play trailer showed off some, dark lunar vibes and teased a pretty wild sci-fi adventure starring the astronaut Hugh and Diana, an android girl. They're gonna be juggling controls of both characters under their unique skills and a fresh hacking mechanic to tackle challenges. The game's a mix of action and strategy that promises something different from the usual space game. Developers say more gameplay details are coming soon, so buckle up. This one's been a long wait, but looks worth it when it lands on PlayStation 5 and Steam soon.
I said I am DI-0...
Look, how about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Coming in hot, it is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, a co-op first-person shooter mashed with off-road, action, where you and up to 3 friends face hordes of undead monsters. Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment are going to be channeling pure 80s action horror vibes with katanas, grenades, and fully customizable characters just tearing through massive post-apocalyptic environments. You can drive, shoot, get special abilities while swapping classes to match your style. Look, this game is in fact powered by Saber's Swarm engine, so it's gonna have crossplay, story where you have to save the world, but Toxic Disaster is gonna be messy, it's gonna be gory, funny, and coming in early 2026.
Our gods have forsaken us for fear of the coming darkness consumes all but you, lamp bearer. Something stirs within you.
Apparently, Lords of the Fallen ain't done yet. At Gamescom this year, Hexworks officially unveiled Lords of the Fallen 2, which is a full sequel to the 2023 reboot. They said it's set a century after the first game, keeping the Souls-like DNA, harsh combat, brutal world building, but promises lessons learned. The original's rocky launch was smoothed out with a huge 2.0 update earlier this year, adding crossplay, co-op, shared progression, and even a free friend pass. Now, Hexworks says the sequel builds on those fixes while pushing into a more threatening place. Here's how it looks, expected on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC next year.
But should you fall, the world falls with you.
They're combing the streets, searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy.
Anyway, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra has been a long time coming, and while official gameplay is still on the wraps, leaked early footage just gave us a glimpse of what's cooking. We see Black Panther sneaking through Nazi-occupied Paris, leaping across rooms to close in enemies, though the build looks pretty rough. It's clearly from an older stage of development, but what's exciting is it is, knowing Amy, the mind behind Uncharted, is steering this project, with Captain America, Gabriel Jones, and Natalie also set as a playable characters. This game's targeting 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC, and hype is only building.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem. Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy.
Did you know that black holes are extremely dense objects with such strong gravitational force that nothing can escape them? Not even light. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
New Berlin 2087 just dropped a fresh trailer, and well, this one finally shows the game's teeth. Now we're talking some slick gunplay, neon-soaked streets, and a detective story that leans heavy into cyberpunk paranoia. Here you step into Nolan's shoes, a cop chasing a conspiracy that could actually tear the city apart. And the kicker is, you can literally hack into suspects' minds, memories, emotions, hidden truth, all fair game. The gameplay feels like Max Payne meets Deus Ex with slow-mo dives, stealth routes, heavy firepower. This game seems to be, in the making to actually deliver. It could be the cyberpunk thriller we've been waiting for.
You think you're solving the case. This is so much bigger. What if the case is you?
Take me where you want. Wow. You're like a fucking dream or something.
After more than 5 years of waiting, Bloodlines 2 finally rises on October 21st this year, and this sequel takes you deep into Seattle's dark underworld where every clan choice and drop of blood, could matter. Two freshly revealed clans stand out: the Tremere Masters of Blood Sorcery with these brutal spells like whatever this is, and the Ventru, the aristocrats of power-wielding Dominion skills like position and mass manipulation. Look, this game will also have more distinct abilities, perks, moral choices shaping your path. I think Bloodlines 2 promises a true modern vampire RPG experience.
Damn, you're one sexy piece. Need someone to keep you warm tonight?
Going down to number, I'm not really sure what number this is, we've got the game Routine, which was first revealed all the way back in 2012 as a moody sci-fi horror game set in this retro futuristic moon base, and it really captured imaginations during the Steam Greenlight era. And then pretty much the game was vanished, then reappeared, and then, vanished again. Now, over a decade later, developers Lunar Software insist the end is finally in sight. We're beginning to approach the finish line, they wrote in a recent update, and while there's no release date, the team promises the silence is because they've been fully focused on finishing the game this time. Here's some new footage.
Off the coast of Costa Rica. Really spectacular, spared no expense. For this place, I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real.
Well, look guys, Jurassic Park Survival is the dino game fans have been craving. Instead of managing perks like in Evolution, this one throws you straight into Isla Nublar right after the first movie, playing as an engine scientist who never made it off the island. And from what we've seen so far, it's a first-person survival ride mixing stealth, resource scavenging, and cinematic escapes that feel straight out of Dino Crisis. Raptors hunt you down in kitchens, T-Rex is slamming through gates, and every step feels like, borrowed time. Saber Interactive is aiming for 2026, and it's looking pretty wild.
Is anyone there?
Must be here somewhere.
Going down to number 15, we have Blood of Dawnwalker, an action RPG from Rebel Wolves, a studio formed by former Witcher developers and other talents. It is set in a plague-stricken 14th century Europe and introduces players to a dark fantasy world teeming with vampires, moral choices. You're going to be playing as Cohen, a Dawnwalker, navigating the balance between human resilience and vampiric powers in a quest filled with choices, danger, and a ticking clock mechanic thing. It seems to be made with Unreal Engine 5 and a gameplay reveal is planned for later on. And this is how it looks. Hope you enjoy this coming out next year.
This sickness. No! Not just a runner, but a fighter too. Had we met under a different moon, things might have ended there.
This place. A long time ago, there was a village here that disappeared during a festival. And people who get lost in the woods are called to the village. Do you think this is...
With that being said, Fatal Frame 2 is making a comeback, and this time it's actually a full remake landing onto the Nintendo Switch 2 in early 2026, well, including other consoles as well. The cult classic horror game from 2003, I think, is being rebuilt with overhauled visuals, upgraded audio, and tighter gameplay. You're gonna be following twin sisters who stumble into a ghost-ridden village where shadows of a forbidden ritual linger. The only thing standing between you and restless spirits is the iconic camera Obscure, letting you steal away horrors through snapshots. Well, anyway, with Team Ninja involved, this remake isn't just gonna be nostalgia, it's set to make Crimson Butterfly terrifying all over again.
Stay back. Run away. Fatal Frame 2. Crimson Butterfly. Remake.
Frogwares is going back strong as well with The Sinking City 2, and it's looking kinda gnarlier than ever. This game is set in a drowned 1920s Arkham. City's half abandoned, crawling with cultists, and straight up infested with Lovecraftian nightmare. If you missed it, the first gameplay teased a heavier combat exploration by boat and foot, and optional investigations if you're craving that extra lore hit. Resources are now in more scarce, inventory management matters, and the story is dripping in cosmic dread. Oh, and the Kickstarter already smashed past over 500,000, proving fans are all in on this twisted sequel. If you're into rich, detailed worlds that practically beg to be explored, we offer you keep an eye out on Ballad of Antara, which is a fantasy or action RPG, Souls-like, one of the most jaw-dropping worlds we've seen. Every rock, ruined temple feels pretty unique, so exploration is clearly a big focus here. It's also got a chunky minimap showing a wide world and a second dimension. Look, this game is coming to not only consoles but also mobiles. It's already delivered a beta, a very small one. In fact, each region in this game has its own vibe, which is pretty awesome. But here's the thing, the kicker is its multiplayer. We don't know when or how, whether if it's going to be Souls co-op or just a raid system mayhem. Either way we're in, it's going to be coming out next year.
It took over the government and let the gangs tear the place apart. They've taken my brother. It's time to fight.
Redline, I got your back. Always.
We've had Spine on our lists for quite a while, and if you missed it, it's the kind of game that grabs you right from the start, talking about the trailer. Feels like it's ripped straight out of a John Wick fever dream. You play as a street artist cribbing through a cyberpunk city with pistols, shotguns, and mostly kung fu. In motion, it's just pure chaos. Developers clearly studied every action movie on the Raid, Equilibrium, even Bullet Train, and it shows in the choreography. It's stylish, aggressive, and makes you feel like the most dangerous person in the room. Check it out. The game's set for a 2026 release, looking like a future cult classic in making.
Have you ever wondered why the formation of the barrier went out of control? I know the other mages haven't, but I'm not like the other mages. I see everything. And I see how the barrier affects all living things in this God's-forsaken colony. And every convict will eventually succumb to its influence.
And last but not least, look, I think Gothic fans should finally get the update they've been waiting for, because the Gothic 1 remake is now officially locked for early 2026. It's going to be coming out in the first quarter next year, and the latest trailer brings back none other than Yardis, the series' iconic necromancer. The world feels darker now, meaner, more alive, from the cursed Horinus mines to orcs tearing into the kingdom. Combat's gotten a real facelift as well. You're not just swimming a rusty blade anymore, but mixing in spells, summons, and proper weighty hits. And if you're curious, the prologue demo just hit PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, finally breaking free from its PC-only run. Hope you enjoyed it.
To accomplish things you might have considered impossible. Allies I will meet soon enough.